If you're married and retiring from the military, or you just retired, the government is automatically taking 6.5% of your pension every month for the Survivor Benefit Plan, or SBP. And that could potentially cost your family over $150,000 while giving your spouse far less real protection than what I'm about to show you. So in this video, I'm going to show you exactly why SBP fails most families and the smarter tax-free alternative that veterans are using to quit SBP forever and protect their loved ones even better. So quick truth, DFAS auto-enrolls you in full spouse coverage at the time of retirement. There's no permissions asked. They just start deducting it immediately. Now the only escape is if you actively opt out on your retirement paperwork before it's finalized, or you have a short open season window between years 2 and 3 of retirement. Now, unfortunately, most miss it and they get locked in. So today we're looking at a real case study, one that we did recently, involving a Navy senior chief who retired at age 44. We're going to use it to solve the hidden SBP trap. So things like why even the best case SBP scenario still shortchanges your spouse, and the private solution that wins with more money, tax-free, full control. Head-to-head, real outcomes. Let's dive in and add some value. So our senior chief retired under the High 3 system, and he had a $44.89 per month High 3 pension, which is pretty standard for an E8 with 24 years. Now, DFAS was about to auto-enroll him in full spouse SBP, so an immediate 6.5% deduction, or about $292 a month, right off the top. And that rises every year with cost of living adjustments. So in 2026 at 2.8% and long term about 2 to 3%. Now premiums normally run until age 70 or 30 full years. So in this case, because he started at age 44, he's going to pay until age 74. Now, the conservative projection is that over those 30 years, he'll pay approximately $154,000. And what does he get for that? He gets zero cash value, no access, no loans, no inheritance, and if his spouse dies first, get this, every cent vanishes. No refunds and nothing to the kids. So we stepped in before it locked. Now, SBP might be government-backed, but it's expensive, it's inflexible, and it builds zero legacy. Now, here's piece number 2. Even SBP's best-case scenario still fails your family. Now, let's say our veteran passes away tragically at age 65 and his wife lives to age 80, so that's 15 years of benefits. Now, he'll have paid by that point about $95,000 in premiums, and she only gets 55%, which is COLA adjusted. So over that total time, that's about $902,000 gross. And then the taxes hit. Because this benefit is fully taxable. Typically, it's in a 24% tax bracket plus state taxes. So in this case, we're looking at over $215,000 in taxes. That drops the net spendable amount for his wife from what it was, about $69,000 a year gross, to around $38,000 to maybe $45,000 after tax. So picture her in her 70s, grieving, rising costs, maybe even a $2,500 a month mortgage still in effect. Is that really comfortable on $38,000 a year? And the benefits end if she either remarries before age 55, or if she passes away. There's nothing for the kids, nothing for the grandkids. So that is protection, but it's taxed, it's rigid, and it shrinks over time. Now, if that $215,000 tax hit shocked you, well, that's why families regret SBP. So hit that like button if this is eye-opening, and subscribe for the fix, and then share this with a veteran who needs it, because you could save their family over 6 figures. All right, now for the private alternative that wins. Now, piece 3 is where SBP collapses and the real solution takes over. So we redirected the same premium dollars into a tailored tailored indexed universal life policy using our exclusive Veteran Wealth Multiplier system. So we started with $1 million permanent tax-free death benefit from day one, and the premium started at $289 a month, so close to SBP, and we're going to increase them by 2.5% every year, basically to match COLA. Now, he's going to fund this policy for just 26 years, so 4 less than SBP. But now, from the first premium on day one, he owns a growing tax-free cash value, full beneficiary control, unlimited tax-free loans at the lowest rates possible, living benefits for critical, chronic, and terminal illness, a steady $1 million tax-free death benefit that doesn't decline unless he reduces it later. Now, SBP actually shrinks over time because think about it, the longer you live, the less payments your spouse is going to receive. But our Veteran Wealth Multiplier actually grows stronger every year because the $1 million in coverage stays level all the way through at least age 80 and often longer. Now, after age 80, he has the option to reduce coverage down to $500,000 or maybe $550,000, really just to control costs and not require any additional premium. But he still leaves a huge tax-free legacy to his spouse and eventually to his kids and grandkids. And here's a big one. Even if he gets divorced and remarried, he can change his beneficiaries anytime. So even if a court orders him to maintain private life insurance on his former spouse, we can just use cheap term insurance that's going to cancel upon her remarriage. So that way the new spouse gets the full benefit of his current policy. All right, final piece, side-by-side outcomes, puzzle solved. So let's say our veteran lives to age 77 and his wife lives to age 80. Now with SBP, he would have paid in $154,000 and she's only going to get $156,000 after taxes, and then it ends forever. But with our Veteran Wealth Multiplier, he's going to pay in $125,000 and he's going to stop 4 years before SBP, so at age 70. And she's still going to get $1 million tax-free, full, no taxes. So in this case, she pays off debts, she builds income, and possibly passes on over $1 million to multiple generations after that. Now, if he passes away early at age 65, well, with SBP, you're looking at $902,000 before taxes over her entire life. So not even $700,000 after tax. But with our program, $1 million tax-free. And she can reinvest most of that and grow far beyond even the million. Now, if he lives past age 80, he can reduce the coverage down to about $550,000 and the whole thing is paid up. Or he could reduce it at age 75 and he could pull about $13,000 a year tax-free for the rest of his life from the policy. Or he could even just take a lump sum against his death benefit for a dream vacation or anything he wants. The point is, SBP gives zero flexibility or tax-free power, but the Veteran Wealth Multiplier has all of those things. So listen, guys, we've helped numerous veterans ditch SBP, save huge, and build real wealth. So if you're retiring soon, don't wait on this stuff. You can use the link on the screen, I'll link it down below, or it's pinned in the comments, and just book a free 30-minute strategy call. I'll run your numbers, right? There's no pressure, no obligations, just clarity. And after booking the call, watch my other video, I'll link it above. It's a strategy that fully funds lifelong coverage in just 10 to 15 years, and it creates a second lifelong pension. So I'm Dan Farnsworth, retired naval officer, owner of victory-xfinancial. Thank you for your service, stay sharp, stay ready, and I'll see you in the next video.